Hi everybody, this is Rob Windsow. I want to take a few minutes to walk you through what you can expect to see if you attend my SharePoint Online Development Options workshop at SharePoint Fest in Washington, D.C. at the end of March. As the title of the workshop suggests, we'll be taking a look at the options you have when doing development for SharePoint Online. That's JavaScript embedding, developing SharePoint add-ins or apps, and development using the SharePoint Framework. Preceding the examination of these development options will be an overview of the Client Object Model and REST API, which are the two APIs you can use when doing development for SharePoint Online. I'll start the Client Object Model and REST API part of the workshop with an overview of the two APIs, discussing their history and Microsoft's motivation for creating them. I'll then show you how to get started using the two APIs in Manage Code, JavaScript, and TypeScript. We'll finish up this part of the workshop with a look at how to perform CRUD operations using both of the APIs in the three different languages. The next part of the workshop covers JavaScript embedding or injection. Basically, we embed HTML and JavaScript into a SharePoint page using a content editor or a script editor web part. In this section, we'll talk about how to use the web parts, some suggested practices for the JavaScript that's being embedded, ways to automate deployment of the scripts and the pages that host the web parts, and how to customize list forms with JavaScript. I'll also discuss support for the content editor and script editor web parts in the modern experience, and what options you have for using the demonstrated techniques when you're targeting modern pages. After lunch, we'll move to a look at the SharePoint Add-in or app model. We'll start this part of the workshop with a look at add-ins from an end-user perspective. We'll discuss how users can find and install add-ins from their local app catalog or from the public app store. We'll then move to an examination of add-ins from the developer perspective. We'll look at the types of add-ins you can build, the technologies used when building them, and how to deploy your add-ins for use within your organization. We'll finish the day with a look at the newest development model, the SharePoint Framework. We'll discuss Microsoft's motivation for creating the SharePoint Framework and how development using this development model differs from the development models that preceded it. We'll take a look at the tools you'll need to get started developing for the SharePoint Framework, the types of projects you can build, and your options for deployment. That about wraps it up. So whether you're just getting started doing SharePoint Online development or you've been doing it for a while, I think you'll find a lot of value in this workshop. So come and join me at SharePoint Fest in Washington, D.C. at the end of March. Thanks a lot.